The Big Bang. Some bang in the background. Alright guys, well, thanks to Far From Home for the game key. So we're gonna take our first look at Forever Skies. Broken signal. Sagittarius 2 went silent for months. Then this one signal and silence again. None of us know what awaits you there, but there is a chance that they have found the virus. Then maybe we can survive. Find the virus sample at all costs. The fate of us all depends on you. The Ark. Very appropriate. Yeah, so it's kind of like a survival deal. And you probably can't already tell. It's a blow it. We're using controller.
We arrived at the source of the signal.
Very, very good looking game. We are playing it on baby mode too, because I like to enjoy games. And I don't want to have a 45-minute recording of me basically just dying over and over again. So
Parameters low. Check the database for details.
easy mode is really not that much easier. It's just basically your unrealistic meters don't burn up as fast, like your thirst and your hunger meters. I mean, you still have survival elements. It's not like Subnautica where you can like turn everything off and do like exploration mode. Right here, we're gonna need a battery for that. Find one. Super fun game. I haven't got to, in my other playthrough, I haven't got to combat yet. Just having fun with the gameplay loop. Kind of relaxing. Oh, well, minus the thunderstorms. It gets a little too realistic. It's a bit stressful in the beginning when you don't know what the hell you're doing. What are the odds? It's all gone to hell. Everything's been screwed up since we found that damned virus. We're all getting sick. Equipment is breaking down, and then there's this Noah situation. Noah and the Ark? Okay. I see the theme going on here. The power blew out again, and the door is locked. I'll check it if the beacon tower has compatible battery. Alright, let's get a drink here. Yeah, I'm not super far in my other recording. Or I'm not recording my personal playthrough. Maybe like 10 hours into it. Kind of familiarized with the gameplay loop and kind of have an idea what the heck you're doing. Oh, don't want to eat that. You eat that, you're basically infected. Yeah, it's like they almost kind of want you to eat the sun melon. You shouldn't though. Is there any parts? I always forget to open the door after looking. I don't think there is anymore. I think we got everything that we needed to get. Basically, we needed to get the battery. This is the end of the road for Jonesy over here. Let's go back down. Let's power up that laptop.
New radio message received.
Right. Check the radio message. Undelivered message. We were down under the dust. We found this lab where they first analyzed the virus 400 years ago. That's when it all started going to hell. Noah went crazy. The bastards sold the sample, our airship, and broke the radio. He just left us here to die. He's dangerous as all hell. They like saying the H word. The location of the sample is at the overgrown glass house. A scientist lived there who studied flora from under the dust. If you want to get there, try visiting some radio towers and wind farms to get necessary devices. Be careful. This world will no longer want us. This is not a place for humans anymore. Alright, so we have to satisfy our hunger. And the game wants you, absolutely wants you to eat a melon. Now that we powered that, we can go through here. Wants you to eat a melon. It's like, look at this juicy sun melon. Problem is that it's toxic. I mean, it won't kill you initially, and I think that's the benefit of us playing on easy mode, is that like our hunger and thirst doesn't deplete as fast. It's all because of this damn dust. Noah heard voices. He was mumbling about nature surviving everything, even the fall of the world. He said he knew what to do so we could return to Earth again. He wanted us to help him, to follow the voices in his head. Lunatic. We locked him in a cell for his own good, but the bastard hid the extractor and ran off while everyone was asleep. Oh, he is a bastard. Yeah, so I'm not like, one of the things like about survival games with me is that like it's just very unrealistic with how fast you starve and die from thirst. Like, come on, it's real. If it was real life, you would not pass out that, unless you're running through like a desert or something, or salt water maybe. I understand, but man, that's just, it's a little aggressive on how fast you all these little things kill you. Airship to-do list. I've been building a new airship for 2 months since that bastard, oh, now bastard is the new word, not hell anymore, Noah got away with our equipment. If only my workshop hadn't collapsed, I would have already had the airship engine research completed. Place the rudder, place the fabricator, craft the deck extractor, extract the wall blocking the workshop, get the research station. Alright, so we're crafting. We're crafty. Oh, this is so tiny. Forget how tiny it is when you start. And since I'm playing with a controller, it's a little harder. So if we had a membrane, which I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't have membrane. You could do your own water there. Oh, we're gonna need some food shortly. I feel like a lot of times they kind of rush you to do that, eat that some melon. You need the water purifier. We got like nothing right now. I know, well, good that we have enough for the deck extractor. So we gotta blow off those doors basically here. Let's extract some things. Get some metals. Get some metal there. Alright, get some synthetics from these plastic containers. Take this, and I think we get some glass.
Hydration level is decreasing.
Some more metal, more synthetic. And everything's pretty limited in the beginning. I mean, as you expect. It's kind of like part of the game. Kind of starting from nothing. But eventually, oh, very touchy when your controller bouncing around. And then you could also get like the balls are synthetic, and then the scrap looks like metal. Let's see if we can craft some things here. Water purifier, yes. We're gonna want to do that, and we could get the dirty water and we could fill it up. Yeah, I have a much bigger ship in my own. It's very weird to be in this tiny ship again. And we do have a bottle of water we got next to the dirty water. Which, that's a pro tip for people. That's like probably the only pro tip I'm ever gonna have in this game. Is fill up at these. At any time you come across these, fill up at them. Don't use this one as much. I spent too much time trying to do mine, and you just burn through basically condensers or the filters, and it's not worth it. Once you can actually get it to where you can collect rainwater, you just craft a couple bottles of water. You could have one for cooking, maybe have 2 on you. Or you could always have one rotation clean water, another one to fill up rainwater. Perfect. Blueprint research. I managed to repair the research station. There are a few old blueprints preserved on the memory card, but the most important one is the scanner. It is necessary to complete its research and craft it. After that, it should scan certain objects in the world so we can acquire more data for blueprint research. I need a battery to run the device. I dug out this old power box from the ruins. There should be some batteries inside. So I already saw there's 2. One there, one there. Is there anything else we can get? There's machine parts. We're gonna need some food. Take the research station. Just conveniently hanging in your face. And I usually just plop it over here in the back. It's kind of like the most room you have available for it. Just plop it there. All right, so for food, we can craft lures. Get some insect lures. Here we could drink this water. This here, long press for X to put it there, and then here lower it, hold X controller, and once that starts going freaking crazy, that means it's caught something, which it doesn't take long. Maybe it's like 30 seconds. Here's your filter membrane. Again, not a super dire thing that you need to do. I feel like they kind of give it to you. My research on the photophobia virus has shown that it can be cured with a lichen, best found in the dust moss and other things living in the dust layer. I prepared a lure to attract these objects. Use it with insect catcher on the airship. Lower it into the dust and wait for the catch. Food from the world eaten raw may be harmful. I'll leave a membrane for the water condenser just in case some water will be needed to cook the food. Alright, we're gonna go get the whatever it caught. You have to bring it up. You hold X now to raise it. Once it stops freaking out, then you can grab it. So dust lettuce. And then now we need to... Do we have enough for cooking? Yeah, we do. Let's cook that, because you're gonna get more yield from it, from a finished product cooked, than the toxicity of the random things. So this is basically like your primary loop here. Your first essential things is learning how to get materials, and then learning how to I pressed the wrong button. Learning how to cook food. So we probably are gonna want to do another bottle, unless we were gonna continue sharing. But essentially your routine is use this to extract materials, your synthetics, your metals, and then you can go later on, you're gonna get carbon and whatnot. See that big ball? That's synthetic. That spiky one, that's metal. It's like metal scraps. But essentially, yeah, it's like using that, the extractor, processing lures to get more food, and learning how to collect water is essentially the name of the game. I mean, the reality is trying to find the virus. But I mean, your common gameplay loop is pretty much learning how to get materials, whether using the extractor or going to different outposts and collecting materials, and then learning how to catch food. Then, and we'll eat that. Then we'll put the other one in here. We're gonna do that, and then here, plop that in there. So I figured that wasn't gonna be enough, and they probably want you to do the membrane because you're so secluded here. Let's put a battery here. What? Now research the scanner. really makes no sense to do another bottle now because I feel like the water source is very limited here.
Research finalized.
It's all by design. But if need be, we do have some things that will help us, like some random things that we have here that'll help us to we'll just make sure that we got everything before we continue. Yeah, like that. We can consume that. Because you have to make sure that it's not toxic, basically. Alright, so I think we got everything here that we needed to get. Food is ready. Let's just eat it. Long press X. Because we were low. Craft the scanner. We will need a bed. So synthetics, we need more synthetics. And we can't leave yet because I don't think we have an engine. The good thing is that it keeps count. So right now it's 18, we need 20. And it's not the number that you're getting from it, it's your overall number. At least we have enough for that. You're gonna have more synthetic than you're gonna need later on in life. 18. $23. Alright, well that should be more than enough now. Let that do its thing. We'll continue scrapping here. Supposedly they're going to be adding up to 4-player co-op. That should be interesting. Because you'll probably have people do different things. What's up there? Did we go up there yet? I don't think we went up there. I don't remember going under that. Ooh, more rainwater. A lot of rainwater. We will actually make, if we have parts for it, we will actually make a water bottle. They'll probably have to.
Analysis completed. Detected new objects requiring scanning.
Probably need to do that. Yeah, we will collect because there's a lot of water sources up top. And here, this one's going to be empty. So we'll grab this here.
Research finalized.
We'll grab that. Okay, now he's done. So we'll create one. If we hopefully, no, we can't. Synthetic. We need 20. That's a lot. That's a lot for one water bottle. Cool thing is that like it auto snaps. So like as soon as you hit it, it pretty much stays locked on. And if you have another one nearby, it will actually snap to it, which is helpful. I don't know if it does that on mouse and keyboard, but controller, super helpful to do that. So we're gonna get 2 of these and we're going to take them and we'll go fill her up, get some free water, save us having to use that membrane already. So here you usually get maybe like 3, I think they yield normally. So this should fill up both of them. That's 6, so we should be what, 10? Oh, actually more than enough. It's not gonna let us anymore. Requires bottle. Basically telling us that we need more bottles. So here we'll filter 1. Which is good too, because that's actually kind of going down. So now we have to check studies. So communication facilities. So let's do some scanning. Oh, perfect timing. 'Tis what we needed to do. Well, I hope we have materials for it. Engine fuel. Now that we're waiting on that, let's try to get some more materials. Again, in the beginning, it's a little grindy because you have to kind of start.
Research finalized.
You have to start collecting your materials. But later on, man, you're gonna have to get storage bins to fill up your stuff. Because you're gonna have so much synthetics and metal. It's gonna be ridiculous. Right here, so we need 6 more of these. I'm kind of happy that we leaned back to this because we're gonna need more. All right, so we have a lot of metals and things are seemingly to be more synthetic based initially. All right, so we got clean water. Let's get that going, and then we have to do some fuel after. Add dirty water in the other one, so we should have 1 empty bottle, 1 full. And there's empty bottle, there's the full one. We'll take a swig. And again, we could put it here and his still filtrate some dirty water, and you still need to clean it after. And we still have, I think each lure yields, I think 2. We're waiting for the engine to finish, then we'll post it back here. Probably need to put a wall here. I forget to grab them on the other side. I always, it's like the game kind of tries to start you off on this side. And you kind of forget that you could put things on the other side as well. They also kind of overload it too, like they have your water filtration thing, and then they have we'll cook it and we'll use the other bottle. Is this done? It is done. Sweet, perfect timing. That there. Get your lettuce. Now, one gripe I would have, and hopefully they can add it or maybe give us an option to change the color, would probably be the highlighting. I feel like the bright blue trim not distinct enough. Once you start having this all full, you're gonna lose track of the subtle of like what's highlighted, what's not. I wish it was a more of a distinct contrast of what's highlighted, what's not. Just quick grab things, you know, like it's a lot easier to see it. All right, let's snap her.
Maximum flight speed increased.
And now we need to do fuel, which is going to be more synthetic. I don't even know if we have enough for that. We do. Just enough for 1. I don't know if it comes fuel full with fuel. But we'll get to a point where we can launch off or blast off. And you could go on the outside, but I like doing this. Just don't fall out the window. Basically, the 50 gives us about half, yields about half. You turn it off, turn it on. Basically, off is red. And surprisingly, you can still run things. It doesn't actually disable the functionality of actually using things. Not sure if it burns fuel while it's on. All right, we're taking it, and then let's depart. Let's grab a couple synthetics before we go, and then we're gonna have to go to one of the little twinklies. Basically show the flight. Do we have to scan anything before we go here? Is there anything scannable? Already did those. Oh, we're gonna get the poster. Yeah, let's get the poster. Downside is that now it takes like a whole inventory slot. It's kind of annoying. I don't think you need to close the doors. I like it because safety first. Ignore the fact that there's no wall here. Safety first though. All right, so to adjust your altitude, it's your bumpers. So RBs to go up, LBs to go down, and you're limited until you get some more upgrades. You can upgrade your machine or your airship to go higher, because the blue ones I think are higher than your yellows. Your yellows you could land normally. Now, one thing you have to kind of watch out for is storms. Storms will wreck your ship. They're not fun at all. Let's also set this. So we're going 14 kilometers. So kilometers. 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 And then press Y to lock the speed so I can do whatever I want. I mean, I can go outside right now if I want to and loot. Get some pieces. Trip. This is like the would be the cool part of playing co-op. Would be one person manning the gun here, the extractor, extracting. Someone who's building inside, cooking maybe, filtering water for everybody. Like that would be a useful trait. Like I could see the purpose of having three people, one person in here doing all the outside stuff, one person manning the ship, and then somebody else doing all the other menial tasks, because handling it all by yourself, not gonna lie, can get very overwhelming, and you don't want to fall off the ship either. Gets very overwhelming, especially in the beginning when you don't know what the heck you're doing. You're just kind of winging it. But it is really cool. I get like heavy Subnautica vibes. Another game I'm absolutely terrible at. I have more fun in exploration mode. Just enjoying the world without any sort of confrontation. And I love the building aspect. I love having to build that whole underwater world. Really interesting to me. I just don't like the ever-present death everywhere. Oh, so we had enough fuel to get here basically, which is fine. Surprisingly, this thing will still float despite not having any fuel. So we'll plop some more here. I think 2 of them will do it 100%. Good thing that we've collected on a lot of synthetic parts. Now let's not fall out the back, because the back is not secured. There is no window. This is the X. It means that there's no wall. So just FYI, you play that, the back is not fully developed. They're basically leaving it open so you can I like looking over here. Soft landing, sort of.
The preliminary analysis started.
See, I'll show you. See, I'm stuck on the machine, but pretty much you can go through the back. Like if I took the machine away, pretty sure you can walk through it. See? That's probably a good reason to have that machine until you can get your whatever they call it, to your builder tool. I would probably put that back there. It keeps you from falling out. It's not like you're gonna fall out, but still keeps you from thinking that there's a wall when there's no wall there. But I would be very careful doing what I did. You would probably do this until you have enough to where you can do builder, and then I would probably put like a half wall here once you have that ability, because I feel like you still need to see this. Having a wall here, you won't be able to see this, so you won't be able to do that, and you kind of need access inside the ship in case, say, you run out of fuel while you're flying. You can't go out here and do this, so you still need some sort of opening here, and I highly suggest something needs to be here, whether it's a half railing or a quarter railing. You need something here, not this opening, because you might actually fall out, and you don't want to fall out when you are flying. So all right, anyways, this was our first look at Forever Skies. Let me know if you guys want to see me play this more. It's super chill, super relaxing. I know a lot of other people are playing it on like hardcore aggressive modes, and I like having fun enjoying it. Also don't like 2 hours of recording to weed out like a bunch of like nonsense, like me dying over and over again. Like I'd much prefer just doing this kind of like almost a clean recording. So anyways, guys, hope you guys have a good week, and we'll catch you in the next one. All right, later.